Hey everyone, it's Megan, and today I am going to just chit chat with you guys a little bit about I was thinking last night and just thinking about different things to do videos on and stuff, and I thought of doing videos about middle school, high school, and college, like my experience and advice. And a while ago when I did my life lessons videos, my subscriber, I'll write your name down here, I'm sorry I don't remember it exactly, she also suggested that I do high school or college advice videos, and I thought that I would just start off with middle school, even though I know most of my viewers are much older than middle school aged, and it's been quite a long time since I was in middle school, but a lot of things that happened in middle school really shaped who I am, and just different things that I went through I think people of all ages go through, so I thought that I would just talk about some of those situations that I went through and just things that I learned from them, and I don't know, I just thought I would chit chat with you guys a little bit. And first, what's on my lips is Worn Down Rimmel Apocalypse in Celestial. And I wore this to church and then I just had lunch, so it's all worn off, but it leaves a really nice color on my lips, so I really liked it, and I liked the consistency. I could rub my lips together and I love doing that, so it was just really nice, and I just love the packaging. It makes me think of Lady Gaga, and you guys need to watch the VMAs tonight. Oh my god, I'm so excited. And NSYNC is probably having a reunion. It's like, oh my god, I've literally waited like more than half of my life for them to get back together. I just can't even believe it. Even if they don't get back together, which I hope that they do, but even if they don't, I just will be so elated to see them perform together. But anyways, this is a really nice color. I like the formulation, and I just wanted to show you guys how it wears off, and it wears off really, really nice. So basically in middle school, everyone is at that awkward stage, and I feel like I was especially awkward, and in 5th grade I moved back to Pennsylvania where I live now, and I lived in Kentucky for like all of my other elementary school years. So 1st through 4th grade I lived in Kentucky, and I was born in Pennsylvania, so I moved back here, and so 5th grade, it's the end of your elementary school year, so I was like the newbie, and I don't know, it was just like, it was kind of like whatever, because at that age it's sort of, I don't know, everyone's just friends with everyone and it doesn't really matter. But then in middle school, especially in 6th grade, I felt sort of like out of place, and I saw all the people in my class, my 6th grade class, wearing Aeropostale shirts and like clothes and stuff, and so to fit in I thought that I would buy those clothes and wear those clothes and be like one of everyone else. And so my mom took me shopping there, and I basically shopped at Aeropostale like solely. That was the only store I shopped at in 6th grade because I just thought that I needed to wear those clothes or else I was never gonna make any friends or anything like that, which was like not even the case. I made some really like nice friends in 6th grade even without like any certain clothes or anything, but I just wore those clothes because I felt like I needed to fit in, and really that's not true at all. You don't really need to do that, but especially at that age, I was 11 when I was in 6th grade, so that's really, really young. I'm 10 years older than that now, which is like, I don't know, I feel like it was yesterday. I can vividly remember 6th grade, and I just will never forget feeling like I needed to wear what other people were wearing just so I can make some friends. So if you feel that way, no matter like what age you are, I feel like people still feel like that at all ages of their life, like when they go to college or something like that, or if they start a new job. To sort of fit in, you want to look like everyone else, but honestly you don't need to do that. I think people that, like, if you're naturally like them, they will be friends with you, but if you're different, people that are different will be drawn to you. So like, you will just attract the people that you're meant to be friends with or you're meant to meet, and you don't have to wear certain clothes or have a certain haircut or anything like that, which is something I really didn't understand in 6th grade that I'm glad that I know now. But I guess like in all of my years I sort of had like issues with friends, and I really don't know why. I think I like attract friendship problems. Like it always seems like I have friendship problems. But especially in those years I was constantly having certain best friends like for a few months and then like switching to like different best friends because there would be like an issue or something. And I always remember that I would like have to switch lunch tables because people would just be mean for no reason. People that I thought were my friends, they would just basically turn on me and I didn't know where it was coming from, and so they would basically kick me out of my lunch table. And that I think happened twice or three times. I remember two of them vividly. Basically I had a friend that wasn't in the clique that I sat with. I had that friend sit with us, and my other friends I guess were jealous that I was talking to my other friend that wasn't in the group, and they were like, why do you even sit here, like if you won't even talk to us? So that was the end of that lunch table, and I cried about that, and I think that was when I was in 7th grade. And it's just like, I don't know why people do that. I know that they might have been jealous or they just might have been mad that I wasn't talking to them, but seriously, I remember it to this day like so specifically and vividly, and I don't think they would ever like realize how much that has really impacted me like for the rest of my life. And then in 8th grade, you would think that it would be over like once and done, you know, but in 8th grade sort of the same situation happened. I had a certain group of friends that I sat with at lunch, but I was making other friends in my classes and just people that lived around me. So I sat at their lunch table like during, like after me and my first group of friends were done eating, and I would go and talk to them and then come back to my other group of friends, which, I mean, I didn't really see an issue in that. But the one time I tried to come back to my table and my chair was gone, and it was like a total Mean Girls moment, and they were like, they basically ignored my existence. I was like, hey, where's my chair? And they were like, do you hear something? Oh my god, like, is someone talking to us? Like, totally, like, little kid bitchy shit, you know? It's just like, really, is this necessary? So because of my experience in 7th grade, I was like, screw you. If you don't want me to sit with you, I'm gonna sit with people that want me there. So I sat with my other friends that weren't mean at all, and I sat with them the rest of my 8th grade life. And I made some really great friends that were that I was friends with through high school, and I'm still friends with Caitlin, who is my best friend now. I'm still friends with her, and if I wouldn't have sat at that other table because those stupid people kicked me out of their table, I would have never really become close with her, and she might not be my best friend now. So I'm really thankful for getting kicked out of my lunch table, because I feel like I learned a lot, and I learned that people can just be mean for no reason. And it's just like interesting that I'm happy that it happened, because then I met Caitlin and I met other people, and my 8th grade experience was just so much better because I was excluded from the table with the people that I thought were my really close friends. But you learn that people aren't really your friends, or aren't really true to you sometimes. So that's just something that you can take from experiences. Like at that moment, especially in 7th grade, I was so heartbroken that the person I thought that was my best friend would have told me like to basically leave our lunch table. I was just devastated, and at that time you don't think you would ever get over it, but honestly it just sort of like, you keep going, you keep changing, and things that seem like horrible, they become things that really make you stronger and a better person. And because of those things, I am much stronger of a person, and if things happen with friends, I just think, well, it was meant to happen in some way, and I probably won't understand it now, but I will down the line, and probably I'll be thankful for this friendship ending or this relationship ending or something like that, because honestly I always have had that like aha moment when things that I thought were horrible ended up being something that I'm really grateful that happened, because I have a better life now, or something else happened that was much better than the thing that ended. So that was like basically my big traumatic things that happened in middle school that really stuck with me, obviously, since I can remember them so much. But just if you're like going through stuff like that, and I don't think anyone else that I knew or anyone else that I was friends with went through that stuff. So maybe if you're going through this, it'll make you realize that you're not the first person that it's happened to. It's like, it really, really sucks, but you will find better friends, because those people that kick you out of their lunch table or ignore you or just plain mean, they don't really matter, and they're not your friends and not someone that you should impress, which is something that I'm glad I learned very early on, like in my preteens. So yeah, if that's happening to you, no matter what age you are, like, you don't need those people. They're not people that will help you become a better person. And I've just learned that you want to surround yourself with people that will love you, accept you, and people that are like who you want to be, who bring out the best in you. And those people that are mean to you or bully you or kick you out of their lunch tables, like, they're not people that you want to become. You don't want to be like them. So just try to remember that, even if it seems really, really devastating and hard right now. And then one other thing that I really wanted to touch on that I went through in middle school was a lot of body image issues. And I wouldn't say that I had an eating disorder, because I know that that phrase gets thrown around a lot, and it's not something that I take lightly. So I wouldn't say that I had an eating disorder, because I know that some people actually do, and it really is a disorder. And it's just not, I don't want to say that I did, because I really didn't. It wasn't that extreme, but it's just something that I dealt with in middle school that I still deal with now. And basically, I don't know why I thought this, but I always thought I was really like chubby. I wasn't even chubby, I don't know, I just thought that I should have been skinnier, and it wasn't even that I wasn't skinny. I was extremely skinny, and I don't know. I don't know where the idea came from that I needed to be skinnier, but just other girls saying that they wish they were skinnier when they were like as skinny as me or skinnier, it made me feel like, oh, well, if they want to be skinnier, I guess I should want to be skinnier too. So that started a really, really bad habit that I had, and basically I didn't really eat much, and I would only eat like if I had to, or if people were watching me. And I was obsessed, honestly, totally obsessed with weighing myself. And I took my parents' scale and put it in my bathroom, and I would weigh myself like 10 times a day, if not more. And it was an obsession, and it was crazy. And at this time I was blogging on Zanga, and it wasn't like anything specific. I would just like blog about what I was thinking about, or like things that happened. And I followed a lot of blogs that were pro anorexia or pro bulimia, I'm sorry, which I really should have never done, because it just made me think the things that I was already thinking. I was thinking them more, and I was thinking how I needed to be skinnier, and how I needed to lose weight, and how I just that needed to be like my top priority. And that was just such a horrible time, and I was so crazily obsessed with that I thought that I wanted to like basically starve myself to death. And thinking about that, it's heartbreaking, honestly, that I would ever have thought that way. But I thought that, and I wrote my the person that I thought was my best friend at the time, I wrote her a note saying that, and I signed my full name, which is so dumb, but I'm really glad that I wrote that, because she ended up, well, she told me that she lost the note, but a teacher, she was reading it in class, and the teacher like took it, because you weren't supposed to read notes in class, and he, since my full name was on there, they gave it to my guidance counselor, and so it was like this whole ordeal. And so my parents took like the scale out of my bathroom and stuff, and it's so good that that teacher took that note, and that my best friend at the time was reading it in class. And just, it's good that all those things that really sucked at the time, it's good that they happened, because I don't know what if it would have escalated, what would have happened. So after that, I just tried to be a little bit better about not, obviously I wasn't weighing myself because they took the scale, and but anyways, still I have like sort of body image issues, and I always want to be like skinny, and I don't always feel like I am as thin as I should be or as light as I should be, and I know that a lot of girls go through that and women go through that, so I don't really have much advice for that because it's something that I still go through. But if you do feel that way, if you feel like you always need to be lighter, if you feel like you shouldn't eat as much as you do, or if you, I don't know, like any feeling like that, just try not to be around people that are saying, yeah, you should be skinnier, or yeah, you're fat, or whatever, because being around those people will just make you feel worse about yourself, because the things that I thought about myself were horrible. But then if someone said like a small comment like, oh wow, like your legs look fat in those jeans, or something, just like something stupid, I would dissect that so much, and it would be such a big thing in my mind when someone just probably said it in passing because they're a jerk. So it's hard to like take a step back and realize that that's what's going on. But try to talk to people, and that's something that I didn't really do a lot. I didn't like talk to my parents about it or anything. So if you can, just talk to someone that you trust or someone that won't judge you, because that's how you can like get better and hopefully not have as bad of body image issues as you might currently have, because like I said, I don't know what would have happened if that note wouldn't have been turned into my guidance counselor. I honestly don't. But those things are just like friend issues, trying to fit in, and body image issues were like the three big things that really impacted my middle school life. And also like I'm still like remembering those things when I do things even currently, and the things that happened then are things that I'm glad I went through early on instead of having them happen in high school or something, because I know some people don't really go through like friend drama or like stuff like that until they're a little bit older, and that's when I think it can get a little bit like out of hand. So I'm glad that I went through that early on and just realized that if people are just plain mean to you, you don't need them in your life, you don't need to impress them. And then the body image issues, something I still struggle with a little bit, but not nearly as much as I did in 8th grade, which I'm really thankful for that it didn't get worse, because I know for some people it does just escalate more and more, which is something that I would hope that hearing someone talk about it would help you avoid. Like if you notice that you're thinking certain thoughts about like your weight or your body that are really negative, hopefully you can talk to someone, and even if you don't think that you have someone to talk to, you can talk to me if you want to, or like there's so many people that you probably know that would listen even if you don't think they would. People really people really like when people trust them, and that's something I've learned that I didn't really understand before. They really like it when someone thinks that they can go to them. So even if you don't think that you can talk to someone, you probably can, and they'll probably be really good listeners. Then they can help you out, and it would just be so much better. So this will be the first video, the middle school and preteen advice video, and then I'm going to do a high school and college video hopefully this week, because as you guys know, I am going to move into my last college apartment this weekend, and so my final video will be on this Friday. I'm going to do a massive empties video because I can't obviously lug trash around to my college apartment, so I'm going to do that. But this week I'm going to try to do a bunch of different videos, including those high school and college advice videos. So I hope that you enjoyed this and maybe, I don't know, got something out of it. Let me know if you want me to do any specific videos this week. I have a few ideas, but if you guys want anything specifically, let me know in the comments. And I hope you all have had a great weekend, and be sure to watch the VMAs tonight, and please NSYNC perform. I can't wait to see that, which it better happen. So I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I'll talk to you really soon. Bye.